miss city life where music is going on. So one of you asked me why I chose to become a solicitor rather than a barrister. I might answer that in another video, but I just wanted to show you where the barristers stay. It's called chambers. So this video is for you who asked me why I chose to become a solicitor rather than a barrister, and I asked you if you wanted to be a solicitor or a barrister, and you said something in the lines of definitely a barrister, and that got me because you do know what you want to be, but many people do not know. I decided I wanted to be a solicitor basically because I love paperwork. I know that that is my strength. I am good with advocacy because if you have good paperwork, you can basically just read out what you have written. It's different from someone who has good advocacy skills but has nothing to say, because some people actually just talk rubbish. So this is chambers. This is where the barristers stay. And how cool is this? Let's see if I can show you. Maybe a name on a chambers is public, and I would never show you chambers that I instruct. I actually instruct a lot of these chambers, but I'm just gonna show you a random one. Has nothing to do with my clients. Well, basically chambers is where the barristers in England and Wales stay. Not all barristers stay here, so you must be thinking that they are cramped in here. Definitely not. I can see in there all the flowers are dead. I don't know if you can see that. I can see some orchids and they are all dead. That happened to me before the lockdown. So a lot of barristers are working from home. I can see inside the office there, but I'm not going to film that. But they would normally work from home. So a barrister doesn't necessarily need to come into chambers. A barrister can actually just stay home and get instructions from a solicitor from themselves. It's called direct access. We as solicitors would normally go through a barrister's clerk. So we will contact the chambers, we will speak to the clerk, and we will tell them the area of law, the expertise that we need, or we just tell them about the case, and then they would provide us with a suitable barrister. Barristers charge like solicitors, so they will charge a fee based on their experience. In case you're wondering what that noise is, it's that. So if you look on there, it says Mr. John Taylor, J.A. Kemp, and I would leave the rest. Well, it basically means that that is the chambers of that particular person who would have different people working for them. If you want to be a barrister, you don't do as much paperwork as a solicitor. However, you would have to prepare your submissions in court or your arguments for the court. So you're well invested in paperwork, but not really the paperwork that a solicitor would handle. So a solicitor will handle the case from inception. So when a client comes to a lawyer, they would normally be going to a solicitor who would then send the case to a barrister. It used to be the norm that people couldn't just walk off the street onto barristers to instruct them, but it's very different now. You can actually instruct a barrister firsthand, and we call it direct access. So all of these places are full of different chambers with different counsels working in there. And even though the office might look like it fits just 10 people, they can have over 200 people working in there, and they would only need to come into chambers when they have to. Barristers robe, solicitors do not robe. However, as a solicitor, if you want to advocate in the senior courts, and what I mean by that is that in the High Court, the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court, then you would have to take extra courses to become a solicitor advocate. Barristers robe and can go to any court, from the magistrate's court to the Supreme Court. Barristers do not really see clients in their offices. However, I do bring a lot of my clients to chambers to have what we call a conference. With the coronavirus now, there is no need to have a face-to-face conference, so we can do the old school telephone conference, which is what we normally would have. I've been working for such a long time now, and you can hear that I'm a bit breathless, but I would just say, pursue your dreams. If you know what you want to do, go for it. If you want to be a barrister, go for it. Solicitor, go for it. But this channel is not just about barristers and solicitors, lawyers, in-house, company secretary, paralegals, or anything like that. This channel is also for stay-at-home mothers. It's also for fathers, working class, non-working class, who just feel motivated by seeing other people working. I like to watch videos where people are going about their businesses and doing stuff. If you want to be a barrister, like that person who sent me a message, I hope that this has inspired you to see how the barristers in England and Wales work, and to see that you can actually, do it if that is what you want to do. I can talk to you in another video about all of this, but for now, I'm gonna say thank you for watching, and I'll show you my face in a second. So thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, and to share.